Today I'm going to show you 3 underrated pet spiders, including this beautiful lady, the black hole spider.
I knew it was a spider because of the position
of the butterfly.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Crab spider, flower crab spider. And, oh, there's another.
Our first underrated pet spider is the flower crab spider. This beautiful yellow one laid an egg sac. These babies hatched just a few weeks ago. I'm really excited for them to get big enough to separate. Here's the proud mother. These spiders are super fun to care for because they will utilize silk flowers in their enclosure just as they would with real flowers in the wild to camouflage and catch their prey. Their lifespan is closer to that of jumping spiders, with the females living a couple of years as adults and the males living for a shorter period of time. They spin silk for draglines and for their egg sacs, but they don't build webs to catch their prey. Instead, they'll wait for an insect to approach and then they grab it. And the flower crab spiders can change color to better match its background. To put it in very simple terms, they do this by producing and excreting pigments into specialized pigment organelles. The spiders are triggered by visual cues from the flower, and that's how they know when to control the pigment. So that's why you'll see yellow, white, pink, greenish when you see different flower crab spiders. Peter planted some zinnias last spring, and this flower crab spider took up residence, living on the same flower until that flower began dying and losing petals, at which point it moved to a newer flower, and there was one time where I moved it as well. And I had the pleasure of observing as the spider gradually changed colors to blend in with the zinnia. It started out as a pale white, and within a matter of days, it had a yellow body to match the florets in the center of the flower, and then its front legs became pink, matching the petals. It really was so interesting to see this spider every single day and the minor adjustments that it would make to the coloration on its body and its legs. I first noticed this spider in the yard towards the end of June, and it stuck around until the end of September. That was the last time I saw it. Around the same time, I found this other flower crab spider on a purple Mexican petunia, and the markings on it, they're kind of purple. I was so enthralled with watching the flower crab spider transform, and it was there reliably for months, so I wrote these journal entries about my friend, the flower crab spider. Crab spider on pink zinnia in yard. Night 1, it was yellow and matched the center of the flower. Night 2, it had pink front legs. Originally saw it July 29th, 2025, and as of August 24th, it's still there. I moved it to the zinnia flower above the original, same plant, because the original flower was starting to die. September 16th, 2025. Pink crab spider has moved to a new flower on its own. The other flower was dying and there was a big monsoon storm. The flower is on the same plant.
This species is Scytodes atlacoia. Found them back in June, it's now December, in Oklahoma. Probably the fourth or fifth species in the genus that I've been lucky enough to become familiar with. My favorite is a little local species that has a leg span about the diameter of a dime, black species. And the heads on these remind Kelsey and I of the spider with the baby head from Toy Story. The family Scytotidae contains hundreds of spiders. All of them have one thing in common. They spit a glue-like substance out on their prey, which helps them to subdue it before they wrap it in web and then envenomate it. Care for spitting spiders is pretty similar to the care for every other kind of pet spider. Appropriately sized food is important. I like to recommend something that is about the same size as the abdomen of the spider as an appropriate food size. We like to put a substrate down in the bottom of each of our pet spider tanks. We like the way this looks, and it goes a long way to buffer dryness in the tank. A little moisture in the substrate makes up for the keeper sometimes forgetting, if a week goes by or so, to spray the tank down just a little bit and offer the spider a drink. The spiders are very forgiving of wetness and dryness in a tank. We generally keep the tank a bit on the dry side, and they seem to do just fine with this. Spraying in the tank every couple of days, maybe once a week, is usually sufficient, depending on your home conditions and the microclimate that is your tank.
The third underrated pet spider is the black hole spider. This is one of my captive-bred Arizona black hole spiderlings. The adults grow to be a pretty decent size, about 2 inches in leg span. The common name black hole spider comes from the funnel-like silk structures that they build, which resemble black holes. Their appearance can be off-putting to some people, but they're sleek and velvety, and they are really great for handling. Bites are extraordinarily rare. Peter and I have handled many and have never been bitten. Fun fact, we have actually sent black hole spiders to therapists who assist people with arachnophobia, which is a testament to their gentle nature. This fly would probably disagree, though. Females can live upwards of 10 years, which makes them great long-lived pets. They web up their prey with silk, as you can see in the video, and unlike tarantulas and jumping spiders, their enclosure gets very webbed up. I'm gonna make an enclosure for my black hole spider. I've got this little terrarium. It's got the cross ventilation air holes and the lid with the trapdoor situation. I'm going to fill this with some coconut fiber. These spiders don't need a ton of moisture. They get most of their hydration from their prey, but I like to keep one side of the enclosure a little bit moist, and then the other side dry. I'm going to put a really small amount of moss on the side that I'm going to keep a little bit moist. And by that, I mean I'm going to spray it once or twice a week, not often. I'm going to add some cork bark as a hiding spot and a piece of choya so it has a couple options to choose from. Okay, So I created a little space for it. It'll probably make its burrow in there. They create kind of tube-like silk structures. It might also utilize some of the moss to make its silk structure. These spiders are super easy to care for. You don't have to do anything like what I've done. They just really need some substrate and a place to hide.
Whether you're a spider enthusiast wanting to see as many species of spiders as possible, or a person continuing to work on your fear of spiders, your arachnophobia, we hope that you've enjoyed today's video. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you again next week.